just to keep you by my side. Ain't it proud to beg, sweet darling, please don't leave me, girl, don't you go. Ain't too proud to please, baby, baby. Don't leave me, girl. Hey, what's up? Welcome to Rico the Opinionist. This is the page where I just share all of my opinions. Thoughts that come to my mind, I just have to share with you. But first, I want you to go ahead and share this video. Share, like, and subscribe. Because I'm on my Facebook. I'm on my YouTube channel as well, Rico the Opinionist. Share, like, subscribe. On the Facebook page, share. And also on both of them, my Facebook and my YouTube channel. Please check out the description box where I have at least 4 links. My PayPal, my Cash App, the link to my short story that I've written. It's entitled "The Greatest Pain I Ever Felt." My conversation with the absent father who never wanted to be found, and the link to my PayPal, Cash App. My nonprofit organization called BlackManMojo Incorporated. I'm asking you to support me in this because I'm trying to turn it into a 501c3, but I can still accept donations, in that effort and among other things. Because all the thing I want to do with that nonprofit is be able to just give counseling to young black men who otherwise could not afford it. Counseling, substance abuse counseling. We can talk about anything surrounding substance abuse, depression, anger, things of that nature. And we want to be able to offer that, as well as other initiatives that I have in mind that I've written down that I like to offer through the nonprofit BlackManMojo Incorporated. So anyway, check out those 4 links as you watch this live or when the live is over. If you're on my YouTube channel, you like, share, subscribe, check out the description box. So anyway, this is my opinion. Check out my shirt. All these this is part of my collection, opinionated gear, or opinionated tees. I don't know which one would be. I think it's opinionated tees. But thank you, Mary Max, for this thought. Black man, how's your mental health? I know it comes up backwards on this video, but you get it. This is what this is about, because what I'm about to talk about has something to do with mental health, character, guts, and all of that. I was this is the holiday season, and especially to you brothers out there who, and I'll accept women too. If you got the money, honey, I got the time. Meaning, if you need someone to talk to, we can do it through Zoom or telephone. If you need to buy, first of all, you need to buy the book. It's only $10. Cash App BlackManMojo, $ BlackManMojo, and when you Cash App it, please send an email address so I can email the PDF. It's in PDF form, an ebook form, so I can email it to you directly. And number 2, if you feeling some type of way this holiday season, if you need someone to talk to, my prices are reasonable per hour, and just have a conversation. My background is I'm a master's level social worker, licensed in the state of Tennessee, a licensed chemical dependency counselor, licensed in the state of Texas, and I'm certified or trained in co-occurring disorders, which allows me, if you have depression going on associated with your whatever use or what have you, we can have that conversation. If you haven't found anybody else that can help you through your holiday blues. So anyway, speaking of the holidays again, Hallmark, Ion TV, Bounce TV, probably BET. They come out with sometimes with the old but also new Christmas movies, and trust me, I know most of them. And the one came on the other night, Christmas at the firehouse, one with firefighters and stuff. It's a female firefighter and a guy on a toy store, and they were having a situation with custody. His baby mother was tripping with him, trying to bully him around to get him to be a part of her book sales about families, and they were broken up. But he was dating a lady firefighter, and the lady firefighter had a coworker that was a young black male. And that's where my antennas went up, because he, I guess during the holidays, he was thinking about his dad that left him when he was like 7 years old. And it kind of bothered him and it hurt him. And he said, I never want to see him again, because I never do that to my child. And, the dad came into town after 20 years or so trying to reconnect with him. And the young man was not having it. He was upset. And so he refused his phone calls. He refused everything. And so the dad got in touch with his co-worker, who is the female firefighter. And he said, look, I'm trying to get this card to my son, but he won't accept any of my calls. And I've written him. He never wrote me back. He probably ripped the letters up. So I was wondering if you can get this card to him. And he explained to her what was going on. He said that he and his mother and I broke up, and she was angry with me. She told me to go away, and I left after the divorce. I left, and then when I remarried, my new wife did not want me to continue having communications with my son. She's very angry about it, and then next thing you know, days turned into weeks, weeks turned into months, months turned into years. Stop right there. And I was like, dude, are you serious? So guys actually listen to the new wife or the new girlfriend and ignore their children? Well, my mom's dad, my grandfather on my mother's side, because I had a conversation with my mom about it, and we both understood and agreed that that's what her father did, at least to the rest of his family. When he and my grandmother, my mom's mom, broke up, he found a woman and got married, and the woman literally blocked calls, allegedly, and would not allow him to make connections with a lot of people. And so the thing is, in my brain, it's like, how does that happen? Even with my own situation, my own dad, when I found out about him by accident, because I guess I was never supposed to find out about him, but and my mom knew a lady who worked with him at this time. I was 22 years old when I found out, right? And he sent word back, I don't have a son because, and also, my wife, that he's been married to, she doesn't know about this part of my life, and I don't want it to, I guess, cause any kind of tension or upset. So he never, he didn't want to reach out to me. I said, so what is it when these men, when they get married to another woman? And some guys have done this when they got with another woman. They didn't have any children with her. They took on the woman's children and ignored his first set. And so I'm like, what kind of fucking behavior is that? What is that? What kind of behavior is that? And I need to get an understanding of how is that. See, and I'm not even mad at the women, because see, it's grown people involved here. And I watched that movie. I was like, man, don't accept this damn apology. Don't fool with that dude. Well, I missed birthdays. I missed graduation. But I understand, the young man who was hurt, because children want their parents. They want them when they're on drugs. They want them when they're drunk. They want them when they leave and barely come back. They want their parents, their mother and their father. They'll take them. Even if they're 35, 40 years old, they still want their parents. And I just thought it was just so terrible that he did that. And these guys that do that, what kind of cowardly bullshit is that? What kind of lame-ass behavior is that? You're going to put it on the woman, because she probably was angry. She probably expressed, I don't want you talking to them. If you're going to be here. And then these dudes will take care of her and her kids. And they got kids at home when he broke up with the mother. So it is a real thing. I know I'm not being naive here. I'm just throwing out a thought here, a conversation, an opinion. You gonna, when you divorce the mother, you divorce the kids too, huh? When you break up with the baby mother or the woman you're not married to, you break up with the kids too? What kind of jackass are you? Who does that? A lot of people do, apparently. A lot of people describe these guys as weak-ass dudes, irresponsible, and they're correct. That's lame. How the hell you gonna blame your new wife or your girlfriend for you not seeing your first set of children? Then you go off and make other children? And then these children grow up with resentments because they meet their half-brothers when everybody in their 20s and 30s. But you realize they grew up with a father, all spoiled and taken care of. All of a sudden, you're the best dad with them. But your first kids, by the grace of somebody above the clouds, they came out all right, in their careers and their lives, but still they're hurt. And so there's some resentment there when they meet these other children. And the other children should not be blamed for what grown people did. But that's going on even as we speak. The original children have a resentment towards the half children, the new children, that dad decided to go over there and be a great father to. That shit has to stop. And it needs to be addressed publicly more and more. I mean, specifically, the way I'm addressing it, it needs to be addressed to every man that's ever done this. If he's done it to you, make that motherfucker squirm. Make him work. How dare you? And people just walk off like, I'm not, now look, I want to make sure I'm being clear here. Because I have my thing about single motherhood, and it still remains. I also, but I want to put things in perspective. You were married, you had children with this woman, and then when you divorced, you got a new wife, and the new wife told you don't fool with your past. Or you were living with the woman, y'all lived together, no, you weren't married, but y'all had children. Living together about 5 years, y'all had a baby, and the baby got to be 7 to 8 years old, and then all of a sudden y'all break up, you get a new woman jealous of the old relationship, jealous of the other woman, jealous of your first kid, and so they decide to try to have one, y'all have one with each other, but she tells you not to fool with them. See, that in itself, the woman who's doing this, making these demands, it is a given. She's mentally ill. She's extremely stupid and insecure. But be that as it may, come on somebody. You're a grown man. How dare you forsake and neglect your first set of kids? Now I'm not saying, now let me make sure I make this clear. There were no issues. She told you to carry your ass. She didn't say you and the kids carry y'all ass. She told you to carry your ass. So you carried your ass and you stayed away, kept your ass away from your own kids. See, that's why I have the problem. I'm not talking about these chicks that get pregnant by random dudes. Well, he doesn't have any claim for that anyway, because he didn't want any children. But somebody that you lived in the house with, y'all shared a lease or a mortgage with, married or in a couple relationship, committed relationship, y'all have children under that same roof. As soon as y'all fall out or she tell you to leave, she meant for you to leave and not leave the children, you son of a bitch. How dare you? How dare you do that? That's the stuff I'm talking about. I would have a problem with these dudes who was never there, and you decide to have a baby by a dude who was never there. That's the reality for a lot of children who are born. He's just there screwing you because he met you at the club, and then you decide, I got pregnant. So you decide to have a baby by somebody you only known 2 weeks. That's not his kid. That's your baby. I'm talking about people who are married. The children about 8, 9 years old. Or you living together in a household. The little girl is 6 and the boy is 9. And you break up with her. It might have been an ugly breakup. But you find another woman, marry her, and then stay away from your first set. That's what I'm talking about. How is that possible? How do you have the nerve to bring your ass around crawling? Well, I want to be with all my kids. Isn't it interesting how that works? That really triggered something in me when I saw that. I said, no, people need to cut this shit out. They need to really let them have it and ask them some real cerebral questions. How in your mind did you think that was okay? How did you think that was the answer? Okay, you didn't get along with mom, but why'd you leave your kids? Then come back 20 years later when all the raising is done, you'd have been father of the year with this new set of fucking kids. And nothing against them. And you expect your other kids to literally open arms wide and receive your now 57, 58, 60-year-old ass. That's ridiculous. And you wonder why children grow up with such deep insecurity. You wonder why they grow up with such deep anger and resentment. They don't know how to act. That's why I'm always preaching grown people behave appropriately when you decide to bring children here. Because they watch everything you do. They watch everything, listen to everything we say, and they just absorb it. Because they're kids, they don't know any better. You set up the structure. But if you're disruptive, if you're undisciplined, well, it's going to create chaos in the children, emotionally and mentally. And I've always thought that was just ridiculous, how people behave. And we're going to have to do better. And if y'all know men that's done this, they need to be called out. If it's happened to you, they want to come around. I'm going to tell you something about these motherfuckers. A lot of them, all of a sudden, they find out they got prostate cancer. Their ass ain't got but 3 months and 2 days to live. I want all my kids to be around me. Or their ass is on their deathbed. Now, I need my baby girl. You mean the 40-year-old woman you left 38 years ago to be with your new woman, you son of a bitch? And then look back? That's terrible. And I don't think anybody should be penalized for not wanting to fool with you ever. And it pisses me off when grown people, all of a sudden, now you finna die, you want to be with the Lord, and you want things done your way, so you want all your children there, these are all my children. No, the ones that you raised, goddammit, those are yours. The ones you abandoned belong to society, the mother and society. And a lot of times, the ones that you abandoned, and I use that word abandoned because this is actual abandonment. Not dudes who had a one-night stand with a chick, and she decided to keep a baby that she had a one-night stand with. That shit is stupid. But if you were married and had a relationship, that's abandonment. You left. Because a woman told you, I don't want you to hang with them. I don't want you to be around them. I just want you to be with me. Yeah, she's selfish. She's insane. But the insanity is that you actually listened to that shit. You actually did it. You left that kid there to fend for himself, to fend for herself. And luckily, in a lot of cases, these children come out okay. No, aesthetically. But emotionally, there's a problem there. And then you hobble your old ass back at 60 and 70 years old, come to bring your ass around when you divorced the other woman or she died on you. Now you want to bring your ass back into the family fold at a Thanksgiving dinner or a backyard fish fry. And then people got to tell you, there go your dad over there, and they got to somehow act all right with you. And some of you have the nerve to be unapologetic. Don't even come in with humility and guilt and regret. You come in with that with that dumbass attitude. Regardless what's going on, I'm still your daddy. No, motherfucker, you're not my daddy. You left. You're not. You're not my daddy. When you let the other woman tell you that no, don't hang out with your first set of children, go on and hang out with mine, you abdicated all of that. You got rid of all of that. Now I'm grown, I'm a lawyer. Now I'm grown, I'm a successful entertainer. Now I'm grown, I'm a successful athlete. Now I'm grown, I'm a professor. Now I'm grown, I'm just the shit now. Now you want to claim me. Now I'm grown, you didn't have to participate in the hard part. That shit is stupid. It's unfair. And this is for all the kids that this has been done to, who are now grown folks, and now your wobbly ass, old ass daddy want to come back. This is who this is for. Yeah, mothers do it too, but this wasn't the case of a mother. It's a case of a father. Then he brought his ass back, and luckily, I guess the movie is scripted. The son was still hurt. He was still. And I understand it because it is natural for children to want their parents. When I taught classes in substance abuse, I always had to tell particularly the women, because I talked to a lot of women in my groups over 25 years. They were drug addicts, crack addicts, meth heads, drunks, prostitutes on the dope, and all of this stuff. And they was hard for them to get better because of their guilt of leaving their children for the street life because of the dope. And I would tell them, you'd be surprised the resiliency of children. They always want their mama. They always want their daddy, whatever shape that you're in. But the least you can do when you come back to them after you've abandoned them, show some humility. Give them something they can use. A heartfelt apology. And don't say stupid shit like, I can't get them birthdays back. I can't get your graduation back. I can't get, no, just say, I'm sorry for being such a boy. I really left because I let the woman tell me what to do. Because I wanted her more than I wanted y'all. Just tell the truth. Hell. But a lot of them, the law say, honor thy mother and thy father. And their days shall be long. All that old, what I call it, holding hurt children, abandoned children, emotionally hostage. And so I would tell the ladies, just as long as you let them have their emotional day in court, meaning if they're angry since 10 years old when you hit the streets, or angry mister when you left them to go be with the other woman and her kids, or have other children with this other woman, at least let them tell you how they feel and shut up. But some of them have the nerve to try to say, well, wait a minute now. You ain't going to talk to me like that because I'm your father. No, goddammit. Those days are over. You don't have the right to tell me how to talk to you. And that's what I would always tell them. You know what I'm saying? They have the right to have their day and their say. And you need to stand right there and be humble and listen to what they have to say. That's the least you can do. And then forgiveness will at least have some type of solidity, some foundation there where you both can grow from. But if you come there with arrogance, like you haven't done anything, at least the father in the movie that I watched, he was really heartbroken and really sorry, but I was still upset about it. Like, dude, that's fucked up. That's just terrible. And we need this to stop. You folks who break up with your girlfriend, y'all had children together, fellas. You had children together while you're living together. You go off and go get another woman, or you were married, you divorced, and go get somebody and just ignore the first set? That's ridiculous. And it has to stop. Because these are one of the many things that causes a lot of us in our community to walk around every day with these resentments that have never been addressed. And then we are forced through social pressure, through family pressure, through religious pressure to try to forgive somebody who doesn't deserve it. And they don't. But at least if they can just come and just be really humble about it. You don't have to forgive them at that moment. You say, okay, I appreciate you after 20 years, 25 years of telling me this. Now you can go on now so we can enjoy our backyard fish fry. Because you being here right now is kind of spoiling it. But let's talk in a couple of weeks. Well, what's 2 weeks? It's already been 20 years. You'll be fine. But I don't like it how a lot of folks, grown folks, particularly these dads, get to live their life with somebody else, live their life, and now all of a sudden your ass and got sick now with a terminal disease. Now you want all your kids together. Which ones you talking about? But you know what? Some of them leave and don't ever come in there and don't care to see the first kids. This is just one, I guess, the guilt and I guess his love for his son. I'm talking about the movie for those of you just not coming. It's the Christian movie that I saw. He really wanted to reconnect. I just like, man, that is so unfair. So unfair to the child that was left. They've done all this stuff and all this. Now you want to come in on the easy part. And now you're a grandfather from the first kid. They got grandkids and stuff. Now you get to be granddad. This shit is weird. And you need to cut it out. And I hope nobody on my Facebook page or YouTube channel has ever done that to any man that I know has never done that to a child. You get your new girlfriend, you say, fuck your new set of kids. your first set, I'm sorry, you say, "C'est la vie, hasta luego," to your first set of kids. That's terrible. And they don't deserve for you to have their forgiveness. They don't deserve to give it to you. And you have a lot of nerve to ask for it after now your tired old gray ass come back in a walker, a stick, or a wheelchair. I miss y'all. Y'all's my firstborn. And, and I ain't got too much long to be here. Well, come back here, goddammit, when you're in the casket so I can look at you. That's how you gonna do. No, I hate it. Oh my God. And it's such an often occurrence in our community. And that's the kind of stuff we're gonna have to stop. Yeah, I'm talking to men tonight. Cut the bullshit. No, keep your old ass where you at. Hey, we're doing just fine. But I want to say, ladies, tell these young women this, because we're a particular age. We're past this shit. But I always try to encourage young women. Okay, you got your kid by this dude. Y'all live together. You thought it was going to work out. Y'all been together 5 years, 10 years or whatever, blah, blah, blah. The kid is 8, 6, and 3, how many you had, and he decided to move on. Well, at least if you can, find a decent replacement. If not, just, I don't know, work the options. But I just hate it when you dudes, y'all know what I'm talking about in general. Guys get to go off because the woman told them don't talk. No, oh God. But anyway, I ain't gonna cuss too much longer. That got on my damn nerves. Because it's something awful that all of a sudden now, because you old and sick, mister, now you want God's graces, you want the key to heaven because you about to leave here in the next 2 weeks or 2 hours, you son of a bitch. Now you want to, and then other family members, go on over and talk to him. That's your daddy. Well, he was my dad when I was 7 when the motherfucker left. So how is all of a sudden he my daddy now and I'm 25, I'm 30, and he's about to die. So now I'm going over there. You know how that auntie, we go on over and talk to your daddy. Even your mama might give in and say, child, I was upset too, but, that he's still your daddy. Now, well, that would have been fine had he at least visited. He didn't visit. So don't try to make it feel like I'm the one who's out of order because of the way I'm feeling. I'm appropriate. Everyone else is being inappropriate. You're going to try to force me to ignore my feelings. You're going to try to tell me I should not be feeling this way when I have every right to feel this way, just so we can have a peaceful moment. So because this motherfucker's dying, because he on his way out to take his permanent dirt nap, he about to get into his limousine in the ground called a casket. It don't work like that. And I'll tell anybody, if your father ever left you, make sure you let that son of a bitch have it before he dies. I tried to encourage my brother to do that. But he's different than me. He's a little more soft-hearted. He's Aquarius too, but he's like February. I'm January. We don't play that shit. You ain't gonna bring your old ass back here when you about to die. And all of a sudden, and want forgiveness. Nah, I don't think that's fair that people get to do that. And I don't think it's fair that family members try to encourage that forgiving behavior from the victim. Why don't the victimizer do the damn apologizing and making amends way before you get the diagnosis of death? Do it before then. You left him at 7, catch him at 15 or 16. Let him catch up. Don't come back at 35 years old. They're married and they're a parent. Don't catch him at 40 years old and your ass is 70. Or you done drank yourself damn near down to your knees. Go and help your daddy. No. Let his new wife and his new set of kids help him in the hospital. I know I'm being petty. Some people say, Rico, that's petty, that's unforgiving. No. See, I'm a mental health professional. I believe in mental health fairness. I believe in emotional fairness. I believe in everyone who deserves it having their emotional day in court. That's what I've always taught in my therapeutic and in my education groups. No longer of the days where children can be mistreated by grown people, and when these children become adults, they have to let go and let God. No, because what's going to happen to these feelings? And don't give nobody no damn Bible verses. Don't give them, just pray on it. No. Let them come to therapy. You better hope they don't come to my office, because I'm going to empower them to let the victimizer have it. Because that is what makes them feel better. That's what gives them a new lease, new emotional lease. They can start over. Because people have to be allowed to share their hurt, share their resentment, share all of that. I don't care who it is. Especially these fathers who decide to listen to the new woman and leave the kids. And then they come back later and acting like they ain't done nothing. At least, if they don't come back humblers. If you want to make it right, sir, you could have went on with the woman. Nobody cared. But how come you didn't come back? Send a birthday card. Show up every once in a while. No, you went off and stayed away. A lot of guys have done this. And then, and the children are grown and shit. And, yeah, my dad, but they still feel some type of way, but they've been bullied into not expressing how they really feel. And that has to stop. All the aunties, everybody know this dude one shit for doing that. And we have to stop this emotional abuse on children and holding them hostage because you want to keep the peace, because you've created a space where you can accept it. But it's not about you accepting it, mama, auntie, grandma, uncle, cousins. That shit happened to me, not you. You don't get to decide how I should feel and how I should get over it. I do. And that's what I've always taught my clients. When you're not a child anymore, you are in control. You are responsible. You are the one who's for your own mental health and maturity as it relates to how you protect yourself. And you have every right to protect yourself against everybody, including the parent who left the home to do other things. Y'all see what I'm saying? Because it's not right. It's not. And if we're going to dig into what's ailing the black community, we have to start with the mental health issues. We have to start with, what is it that these people did when I was little? What is it that they said that I just can't shake? How is it that they behaved that's still impacting me today? What is it that this motherfucker did? And we have to address it, I swear. And I spent 24 years trying to help people get on that path of emotional reconciliation, and also trying to find a place where they can finally rest at peace emotionally. So, it's insane, y'all. But anyway, I'm not gonna hold y'all, because I think y'all get the point. We can spread the word. The shit it's not cool. We're not doing it anymore. What I'll do real quick, I'll read your comments. There's a green button down there if anybody would like to come on live and have a conversation. Well, let's see what everybody said, because that really, y'all see my face is chocolate, but it's red up under here. Because those of you who've never known me, what my soft spots are is two groups of people in this country. Children and old people. Because these two groups are the most vulnerable. Children and old people. They can't help themselves. They can't defend themselves. So my face is red up under this chocolate. If it's not red already. Pisses me off. And grown people get to manipulate while they're young and strong. Then when their ass get old, like Dr. Cosby said, they're old now. They're trying to get to heaven. Well, goddamn, don't let me be in the room. I know you done some fuck shit when you was young, and you think you're not gonna pay for it, at least bring it up. We won't even bring it up. That's why in my alcohol and drug groups, I say, my favorite person at the barbecue or the Christmas dinner is the alcoholic or the drug addict. Because one thing they do, they always tell the truth. And yeah, and it's disruptive, because the truth is disruptive. And of course, the grandma be mad, big mama be mad. Get your ass out of here. Get your drunk ass out of here. Be mad about it. See, Issa Abdul Zahir says that's horrible. Issa Abdul says you're on point here. Tasha Turner said, facts. Hey, Tasha. Robert Lee's watching. What do you say? It's Abdul says the kids that got the right to be. Hold on, let me say it. Hold on, y'all. Let me grab my glasses. Y'all know how this thing works. Let's see. What do you say? Isa Abdul Zaire. Those kids got the right to be like F you and your new wife when it went down. That's right. Nancy Gibbs said, hey, friend. She said it to Mary Max. What's up? Nina Lyle Mason says, right. Nancy said, agreed. Isa Abdul says, even if he claims it was all his choice to abandon the kids by the first woman, that's still some crazy stuff. It is. Doesn't make any sense. Well, yes, it does, because we all make choices when we're grown. And always keep in mind, these dudes make choices. They ignore their first set of kids to give it to the next woman. I just think that's always been a terrible practice. But anyway, if anybody like to hit that green dot down at the bottom right there to have the conversation about what I just shared, or you would like to share your thoughts about it, hey or yay or nay, or Rico, man, no, I don't believe that shit, or you want to tell your story of your father probably, when he and your mom broke up after being in a relationship, marriage, or connected in a household together. And he decided, they broke up, but he decided to get another woman and stay away from y'all because another woman said, or he chose to do it because he just went on about his life. I'd like to hear your story. But while you deciding, do me a favor, I got Cash Apps on here, and I have my link to my short story on here, and I have link to my nonprofit on here. Fool with me, if you're cool with me. And I have my YouTube channel is up and running. Like, share, and subscribe for those of you who are listening or watching this video on my YouTube channel, Rico the Opinionist. I'm not going to hold you long. I appreciate those of you who came in just to hear me share this opinion, thought, or rant. Until next time, I will see y'all later. Holler at me. This is Rico the Opinionist, and I'm out of here. Peace.